reacting to one of the craziest thumbnails I've ever seen. Huge shout out to Newblocks.
A parent is supposed to be your first love and your best friend.
Terrifying.
They are the ones who give us life, protect us, and keep us safe when the world is scary.
Absolutely.
For most of
my
us,
parents.
home is a place of peace. But for a boy named Carlos, home was a prison, and his parents became his enemies. Today, we are looking at a story that feels like a nightmare. It is the story of a son who loved video games so much that he forgot the difference between a game and real life.
No!
He did something so terrible to his own family that it will keep you awake at night.
You might think Roblox is just for fun, but after you see what Carlos did, you will never feel safe in a server again.
All right, we're about to watch this whole thing and investigate and see if this is a real story or if it's fake.
Why did he do it? And what did his friend Gabriel find when he walked into that house? Stay tuned, because this story is as dark as it gets.
Oh, trust me, I'm staying tuned. I'm not going anywhere.
The case starts being told to us by an anonymous person, whom in this video we will call Gabriel. And Gabriel tells us that it all began when he was 13 years old. He was a fairly regular student at his school. He had friends and got normal grades. Gabriel liked video games a lot, and there was one in particular that caught his attention quite a bit because of the amount of things he could do in that game. And guess what? That game was Roblox.
Wow, what a shocker.
Roblox wasn't as well known as it is now.
Almost nobody played it.
It was rare to hear that someone liked it, but Gabriel liked it and played almost daily. Gabriel didn't tell anyone at his school that he played Roblox because they were going to talk badly about him. Because at that time, they bullied people who played games like Roblox.
All right, my only guess about that is that maybe this was years and years ago, back when Roblox wasn't nearly as popular, because nowadays, it's one of the most popular games ever.
Gabriel had a classmate in his course whom everyone knew played Roblox. Everyone in the school picked on him because he was quiet and had no friends. And Gabriel didn't say anything to him because he also played Roblox. But one day, Gabriel had to do a group project with his classmate who played Roblox. And while they were doing the work, Gabriel confessed to him that he also played Roblox and that he liked it for its great variety of things he could do.
Why is he making it seem like Roblox is a terrible thing to do? I'm 25 and I play Roblox.
This classmate of Gabriel's was amazed because he thought that nobody in his school played Roblox, and that's why they picked on him
Gabriel,
so much.
Everyone in your school plays Roblox,
These two ended up becoming friends, and this new friend of Gabriel we will call Carlos.
Carlos and Gabriel now play Roblox together after getting home from school. They immediately connect to play. To Gabriel, Carlos seemed like a slightly weird person. He was very quiet, but he liked playing Roblox with him. He thought that he was like that because he didn't have many friends.
Now I'm getting confused. Who did this crime that we're about to find out about? Was it Gabriel or Carlos? I don't even know.
He was very wrong, because as the weeks went by, he realized that in Carlos's house, there were many problems.
So it's Carlos.
Carlos told everything that was happening to Gabriel, and Gabriel was shocked by everything he told him. Carlos's father was an alcoholic person, and Carlos's mother is a person who doesn't want the life she has. Many problems. So the mother always takes it out on her son Carlos, causing Carlos to remain quiet and have no friends.
What do they do to Carlos?
Upon hearing everything that was happening, felt quite a bit of pity for Carlos. But he couldn't do anything for him.
Guys, after this, we're gonna learn and figure out, was this in the news?
Simply offer his friendship. At that time, Roblox was starting to popularize games where they have weapons like Arsenal. So, Carlos and Gabriel would play those games because they liked them a lot.
All right, so this was
These two started looking for more games similar to those. And honestly, they found them quite funny because some were quite poorly made, until they found one in particular that changed everything. We are told that the game was called Matalos. Kill Them. Gabriel discovered that game and invited Carlos to try that game together for the first time.
I've never even heard of that. Have you guys? Let's go investigate. I'm on Roblox. Let's type in Matalos and see. I don't see Matalos anywhere to be found. Maybe the game got deleted because of what happened?
We are told that the game starts with a black screen that said, "They bother you? Kill them.
Kill them.
They mistreat you?
Dude.
Kill them. Do you want to be happy? Kill them.
Okay, I see why this game
Do you
got
want to
taken
be
down,
free?
boys.
Kill them." And immediately the match starts, in which there was only one player with a gun, who was Carlos, and the other players of the match were sitting down,
among which there was only Gabriel. Gabriel was tied to a chair. The game, for the era they were playing it, looked quite realistic.
Okay, so this is definitely at
A
least
message
like 10
appeared
years
on
ago.
Carlos's screen which said, "Kill them." Carlos aimed the weapon at Gabriel and shot him in the arm.
Dude, he's his friend.
In the
Why would you
game,
do
it
that?
was seen how his friend Gabriel's arm came off and broke into pieces.
Oh my gosh.
Carlos was quite surprised by how realistic the game looked. He couldn't believe it. Carlos shot him again, this time in the other arm, causing creepy screams to be heard in the game. From Gabriel's perspective, it looked quite dark. He only saw how his friend shot him and blood appeared on the screen. Gabriel didn't like that game at all, but Carlos was enjoying it a lot for some strange reason.
Okay, so Gabriel hated it. He probably should have never told Carlos that he plays Roblox in the first place. Oh my gosh,
Then
what's
Carlos
about to
continued
happen?
shooting his friend's body. Gabriel was
Dude.
completely torn apart, and after Gabriel's character received all these shots, it kicked him out of the game, and a
Okay.
message appeared on Carlos's screen which said, "You finally did it. Now you are free." Carlos loved everything he experienced.
Bro.
He felt like never
Bro.
before.
What?
He thought he was never going to forget the feeling he had.
What is this
Carlos
video?
told Gabriel to play that game again,
He
but
wants to
Gabriel
play
hadn't
it
liked that
again.
game and didn't accept. At this, Carlos got very angry with him, because whenever Gabriel invited him to play a game that Carlos didn't like, he would still accept. But now that Carlos is asking Gabriel, he doesn't want to. Carlos became obsessed with that game.
Well, Nick Army, this is not sounding good, and I don't want to know what happens next. Viewer discretion is advised if you're watching this.
He didn't forget the feeling. He wanted to play it again,
Dude.
but he had no one to play it with.
Dude.
So he became quite sad. Days passed. Carlos and Gabriel remained angry. Carlos went back to playing alone, which caused him to miss the only friend he had. And just around that time, the parents' fights increased, and therefore poor Carlos
Oh, no.
was beaten much more.
Dude.
We are told that it was abuse, as if they wanted to kill him. Now, every time they hit Carlos, he remembered the text from the game that said, "They
No.
mistreat you? Kill them."
No.
Now that always came to
Carlos!
Carlos's head. He felt an immense emotion, but he didn't dare to do it.
This happened over
Although
Roblox?
his parents mistreated him and didn't pay him much attention, Carlos still appreciated them. Carlos now arrived at school from time to time with a sleepy face, and other times with purple arms,
What?
but he hid them with a sweater. The only one who knew about this was his friend Gabriel.
Yeah.
And Gabriel, seeing that this became more frequent, decided to talk to Carlos again.
Bro, Carlos needs to like call the cops or something.
Everything that was happening.
Okay, that's
that his
good.
parents were worse than ever, and that he felt very alone because he wasn't playing with
I
anyone.
mean, at least he was telling
So
him.
Carlos and Gabriel played together again.
Okay, good.
Carlos was always begging Gabriel to play that game again.
No, don't play that
And Gabriel
game.
didn't want to, but since he felt
don't
pity
blame
for
you,
his friend
Gabriel.
Carlos, he decided to accept.
Oh gosh.
Carlos got very excited about this and immediately connected to the game. Gabriel appeared again, sitting in a chair, and some messages appeared on Carlos's screen again saying, "You still haven't done it.
What?
Do they make you feel bad?
What?
Kill them. What are you waiting for?" Yes, those texts are quite dark, people.
Yeah, they are.
But anyway, the game started. Once again, Carlos was in front of Gabriel. Carlos had a weapon and proceeded to shoot Gabriel,
Oh my
which
God.
generated an immense satisfaction in Carlos.
Yeah, that's a crazy Roblox
He felt that
game,
by
first
doing
of
that,
all.
he felt free, as if nothing worried him. While Carlos shot him, only bone-chilling screams of pain were heard on Gabriel's
Bro,
screen.
What?
Blood splashed on the screen, and he says it felt like a very real experience. He didn't like that game. Those screams sounded like real people, as if they were actually being shot.
Yeah, I don't like that game either,
While
dude.
Carlos shot Gabriel in every part of his body, he began to smile in real life.
Okay, my question about this story is how does everybody know? Maybe Gabriel told the news about this? We need to look this up and see if this is real.
It had been a long time since Carlos had smiled like that, to the point that he laughed too much, and this hadn't happened since he was a child.
Dude.
When he finished shooting him, Gabriel's character was in pieces, and it kicked him out of the game.
Bro.
Then, a message appeared on Carlos's screen which said,
Don't tell
"Do
me.
it." Gabriel tells us that after that, Carlos became a totally different person. He was weirder than usual because they continued playing that day, and Carlos laughed at everything,
whereas before, Gabriel had never heard him laugh. They stopped playing, and Gabriel tells us that the next day, Carlos didn't go to class.
Oh no!
This worried him a lot, since Carlos never missed school.
Oh no! Carlos did it! They told him to do it and he did it! Now he's in jail! Carlos, you idiot!
Days had already passed since Carlos missed class, and he also wasn't connecting to Roblox anymore.
Oh my gosh,
this made
he did
Gabriel
it.
worry even more, as he thought something had happened to his friend.
Yeah!
Out of concern, he decided to write to Carlos on Roblox, and Carlos didn't answer him.
Well, yeah, he's not on Roblox.
Gabriel didn't know what to do,
He's probably in jail.
as he didn't know the location of his house. Then, Gabriel tells us that it occurred to him to do something very risky, and that was to break into the school records to look for the information regarding his friend's home address.
Oh.
Gabriel was successful in doing it. Nobody discovered him, so the next afternoon, he decided to go to his friend's house to see what was happening with him.
That's nice
When he
of him,
arrived
at
at the
least.
house, he saw that the yard was neglected. There were too many tall weeds. He knocked on the door several times. and nobody-
Bro, they just said it's been 3 days. Tall weeds don't grow in 3 days. If you don't mow the lawn for 3 days, it doesn't turn like that.
for him. He decided to try opening it himself and realized it was unlocked.
Oh.
Gabriel tells us that he felt like a fool since he spent 15 minutes knocking on the door.
Fair enough.
But anyway, once he opened it, a horrible smell hit him, one that he had never in his life experienced. It gave him nausea just smelling it, but he kept walking until he found his friend Carlos. The house was 2 stories. Gabriel had already checked the entire first floor and hadn't found anything, so he decided to go up. And as he went up, he says that smell got stronger and stronger.
This
He
video
could
is
no longer
creepy. I
hold
don't
back
like
the
this
urge
video.
to vomit. Gabriel approached the first door, which was a little open. He opened it completely and saw something that he could never in his life have imagined. There were the bodies of Carlos's dad and mom on the floor with knife marks, and the smell was horrible. Next to them
This has
was
to be
Carlos,
fake, right?
sitting there, laughing and repeating the phrase, "I'm finally free.
Oh my
I'm finally
gosh.
free." Gabriel tells us that he couldn't take it anymore and vomited on the floor.
Yeah, I don't blame
making
you.
Carlos realize he was there. Gabriel realized that Carlos had looked back at him. Their eyes met,
Wait.
and he saw that something in his gaze had changed.
What happened to the other guy? Why did the voice change?
Now his friend Carlos scared him quite a bit. Carlos laughed upon looking at him. He tried to get up to greet his friend, but Gabriel ran out of the house. Since that day, Carlos hasn't gone to school, and Gabriel was left quite traumatized.
Carlos is
Gabriel
going
is
to jail,
telling us
dude.
about this case, but he doesn't know whether to tell the police because to him, Carlos
Wait.
is still his friend. He also tells us to be careful with people because you never know what they are hiding. People, what a disturbing story, truly. Carlos is crazy.
Subscribe to Noob Blocks. Do you guys think that that was real or fake? Comment down below and subscribe for more.